Hello everyone, this is Shiv Pratap Singh Rathore from Aryabhat College of Engineering and Research Center, and I'm here with a new topic which is interesting and also in trending, electric traction system. So here we start. So first of all, let me tell you the one thing, what is traction? See, traction is made of the word attraction, and the traction means the act of propulsion of any vehicle. And when we use the electricity for the traction system, then it will be known as electric traction system. So traction system involves railways, trams, trolleys, etc. For electric traction system, basically we use two type of motors. First of all, as we know that there are two types of supply, which is AC supply and DC supply. So for that we will use three phase induction motor, or we can use DC series motor as per our available system. So here are the example of some traction system: railway electric locomotives, battery driven road vehicles which is known as ERAT, petrol diesel truck and buses. Almost all we use these type of vehicles. Tramways and tramcars, DC electric trains and small ships, diesel trains and ships. So here are the all traction system which we use. Moving on to the new topic, which is the requirement of idle traction system. So there are the some requirements of any traction system which are seen before choosing any system. So first one is high starting torque. As we know that traction system has the heavy loads, so to propel any vehicle it is desired that the motor must have the high starting torque. Second one is minimum wear on the track. Next one is easy speed control, so that we can vary the speed as per desired. Next one is minimum equipment and maximum efficiency. Next, withstanding of large temporary loads, self-contained and compact locomotives, no interference with the telecommunication lines, and last but not the least, pollution-free environment. Moving to the new point, electric traction system. So electric traction system is classified into two groups. First one is direct engine locomotives and second one is self-contained locomotives. Direct electric power locomotives are further classified into two groups, which is AC drives and DC drives. On the other hand, self-contained locomotives are classified into three groups, which are petrol electric driven, battery driven and diesel electric driven. System of track electrification. As we know that we have basically two type of system. Supply system are AC supply and DC supply. So by using the AC and DC supply, we are categorizing the traction system into three parts. First of all, AC system. AC system is broadly classified into two groups: single phase system and three phase system. DC system is independent and alarm system, and the mixture of both these systems is known as composite system, which is classified into two groups. First one is single phase to three phase system, which is known as Kendo system also, and second one is single phase DC system. So moving to the next topic, traction motor. See, for the traction system we use the motors which matches with the basic traction system requirements. So these motors are DC series motor, single phase AC series motor and three phase induction motor. DC series motor is employed because of their property of high accelerating torque, and single phase AC series motor is employed because of their low size and weight and low cost, and it is also a constant operation speed. Three phase induction motor is also used because maintenance cost is less than that of any type of motors, and the basic principal advantage of using three phase induction motor is regenerative braking. So the supply is generated during the braking period and we can save the electrical energy. So moving to the next topic, that is DC traction system. DC traction system, as its name suggests, it uses DC supply and overhead single conductor is used for the supply system. This supply system uses 1500 DC volt to 3000 volt DC system. So here is the question is that why we use DC series motor for the DC traction system. So as I explained before, DC series motor have the high starting torque, that is the basic requirement of traction system. And there are also some advantages of using DC series motor, that are as the starting torque is high, so as we know that torque is directly proportional to the current, so the DC series motor requires comparatively less current and as well as the less input power, and there are many speed control methods, so it is used for traction system. Just like the advantages, there are also some disadvantages of DC, as the substation distance are very low, which may increase the substation cost. And the next disadvantages is that the motor is not have the high efficiency, and it is bulk in size, so it makes the weight locomotives heavier, and the another is it has the frequent maintenance, so the maintenance cost will also increase. Now we will talk about the AC traction system. So the traction system which involves the AC supply is known as AC traction system, and the supply voltage is 15 kV AC and 16.7 Hz frequency. It also uses 25 kV AC 50 Hz frequency, which is used in our India, and it also uses 25 kV AC supply 60 Hz frequency supply. As in case of AC supply, substations distance are quite enough, so substation cost will respectively low than that of DC system, and the weight cost ratio is also low in case of AC system. Here is the block diagram of AC locomotives. Here are the DC motors. You can see that it has turbocharger, auxiliary alternator, rectifiers, inverters, electronic components, and many other equipments. Electric traction system, as I explained before, that it uses two type of system, single phase system and three phase system. In single phase system, we use 15,000 volt to 25,000 volt supply, and the frequency used is 25 Hz. Single phase AC system, as we know that in case of AC supply, we can step up and step down the voltage, so it is the principal advantage of this supply. Three phase system. In three phase system, we use three phase induction motor at the operating voltage of 3000 to 3600 volt, and the frequency is 6.67 Hz. So, as I discussed, three phase induction motor has the maximum efficiency and have the ability of regenerative braking, which can save the electricity. So this is the main advantage of using three phase induction motor. So as I explained before, why we use AC series motor. So construction cost is very low, starting torque is not much high, but it is enough, and the basic is we can control the series motor speed by many system. Just like the AC system motor, here is the suitability of three phase induction motor for the traction system. So basically the advantages of using three phase induction motor are: it is simple and robust, trouble free operation, less maintenance, and automatic regenerative action. Here are the advantages and disadvantages of AC system over the DC system. So it has light overhead catenary. Second one is saving in substations. Third one is more flexibility and having the high efficiency. Fourth one is lesser equipment used and easy to maintain. Five, cheap as well as cost for fixed installation. Disadvantages are: single phase AC system imposes unbalancing effect, and second one is it produces the interference with telecommunication lines. Here we can see that it is a locomotive. These are the suspension points, and this is called messenger wire, and this is a contact wire. This is known as pantograph. Pantograph is basically a current collector, which is to link the supply and provides the supply to locomotives from the overhead conductors. This is trolley wire. As you can see in the figure, this wire, this one wire which is encircled is known as trolley wire, and this is called pantograph, which is current collector. So this current collector collects the current from this overhead wire and supply to this train. So here are the current collectors, which are trolley collector, bow collector, and pantograph collectors. Pantograph design is here. You can see that. Now, why we use electric traction method? So here are the advantages of electric traction system. First one is it is cheapest. Second one is it is pollution free. Third one is maintenance costs are low. Fourth one is easy speed control. Fifth one is high starting torque. Sixth one is possibility of regenerative braking, and Last one is carriage of fuel is not needed. Just like the advantages, there are also the disadvantages of having the electric traction system, which are high initial expenditure, extra equipment is required for the braking, failure of electricity supply is a major problem, electrified tracks are needed for running the electric locomotives, and having the interference with the communication line. Thank you so much for watching this, and if you have any query regarding the video, you can comment on comment section. Thank you so much once again.